Welcome back. Well, the unrest in Myanmar has sparked a swift response from Western countries. The United States is at the forefront of those condemning the junta. In front of the General Assembly, U.S. President George Bush sought to punish the Myanmar government.
Americans are outraged by the situation in Burma, where a military junta has imposed a 19-year reign of fear. The United States will tighten economic sanctions on the leaders of the regime and their financial backers. We will impose an expanded visa ban on those responsible for the most egregious violations of human rights.
Well, this isn't a view shared by all. With vested political and economic interests in Myanmar, China takes a more cautious approach to international intervention.
China always adopts the policy not to interfere with internal affairs of other countries. As Myanmar's neighbour, we hope that Myanmar can be politically stable and develop its economy. We hope and believe that the government and its people can deal with their problems properly.
And Russia and China frustrated a joint UK-US effort to condemn Myanmar when they used veto powers at the UN Security Council in January. India is not quick to condemn either due to its considerable interest in Myanmar. All in all, an international consensus on action over Myanmar seems unlikely anytime soon. Well, we're joined once again by our guests in Oslo, Kim Mung-win, Deputy Executive Director of the Democratic Voice of Burma, an opposition group based in Oslo. In London, Pascal Coussoy, an exiled author from Myanmar. And in Brussels, Andrew Strawline, Director of Media and Information at the International Crisis Group. If I could start with Mr. Strawline once again. Will the international attention that this crisis has attracted, will that offer any limitation on what the generals in Myanmar can do this time compared to what happened in 1988?
Well, I think when you talk about international attention, you have to talk about really two types. You've got the very loud, very vocal international attention coming primarily from the West, from the European Union and its member states, and the United States, of course, which, to be honest, has not been very effective and probably won't be very effective in reaching a really secluded and paranoid regime like this. And then you have the kind of international attention that might, and I stress might, do some good, and that would be attention from China and India.
All right, China and India, of course, key players here. Mr. Wien, how key is China's support for the government crucial to the survival of the government?
That is very important. China and Burma, they have quite similar system of government. And then also they are big for Burma. China is the largest trade partner. In addition to that, China is the one supplying military hardware and weapons and things like that. So China's influence over Burma is very important. Unless China is on board in the rest of security members, and I think international